Let's talk about something that's happening in Washington. We have the government runs out of money at the end of the month. Jeff, will the government have money to run on October 1st when the new fiscal year begins?
Yes, I mean, they will find a way to keep the government running I mean, I know that the president met yesterday with Democratic leaders from the House and the Senate and said, we're open to having some kind of a resolution passed that would keep the government open and that would keep the money flowing.
A kick the can resolution.
A kick the can resolution, which is a concession in many ways, because certainly the White House has been saying for some time that they don't want to play ball with Republicans who are threatening to shut down the government because of an ideological dispute over the funding of Planned Parenthood. And the president, as well as other Democrats, we saw Hillary Clinton yesterday in an interview with CNN, are making very clear that that's not an ideological fight that they are willing to engage in with Republicans, but it is one that some Republicans anyway, and high-profile ones, are wanting to push. And so it may lead to another big shutdown debate, and it may go up to the very end.
A huge test for Republican congressional leaders who clearly don't want to do this. Can they control their troops? Can they, Susan?
Well, that's right. I was going to say, not only may it lead to another government shutdown, and I'm sure we're all feeling a little bit of Groundhog Day when it comes to that conversation, but the other thing that's really striking, right, is that once again, we're having a conversation, a very serious conversation this time, about whether Speaker John Boehner may be a casualty of this unrest within the Republican ranks. It's, the ironies are many here. Obviously, Boehner is a leading anti-abortion advocate himself, and yet this persistent dispute over tactics really is what has bedeviled his speakership. He's never really been fully in control of the House Republicans, even at the time when they've been fully in control of that branch of Congress. And I think right now you're headed towards probably the most serious confrontation over his leadership in what has been a very rocky number of years for him.